What is going on, everybody? This is Rawstarr, and I, of course, in front of me is my co-host, CW.
What up?
And you're listening to The Misfit Effect. So, as always, I'm going to throw the microphone to CW so he could, delve into our topics today, which is a little different than our mainstay, but, I believe you still would enjoy it.
What are we talking about?
The abortion.
I know. I wasn't expecting you to answer. So, today what are we talking about? We're talking about abortions. And what happened in Georgia and Alabama?
Yeah.
Alabama.
Yeah, and
Birmingham.
And the thing passed already, but it's not. It hasn't went through all the channels in order for it to be effective just yet.
Shit. That was my phone. It fell. Yeah, this is crazy, man. It's taking it back. I wouldn't say to the dark ages, but
1940s.
It's crazy.
47.
Like,
Roe v. Wade.
but the things, the penalties on if you decide to be like, well, fuck that. I'm gonna go to North Carolina, South Carolina, or I'm gonna go to Louisiana. My geography is failing me right now. I think those are bordering states to those two states to Alabama and Georgia,
Florida,
and
Florida's below it. Louisiana, Arkansas.
Arkansas is not fucking by. You're talking about Alabama. I'm talking about Georgia now. I already know the border state. I got one. I want the other.
Florida.
No, I don't.
Florida.
What's above it?
North Carolina, Kentucky,
South Carolina,
Tennessee rather.
South
Carolina's
okay.
Tennessee.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Then you're gonna go to South Carolina or Louisiana,
Tennessee,
and then
Tennessee's above it.
Okay. I'm not traveling that far for an abortion.
I mean, if you're on the top edge of Georgia and you want to,
then why don't you just go to South Carolina?
Because you can go up to Tennessee.
Oh, I don't know how Georgia's shaped.
North. It's right above it.
I did not know that.
Yes. It's in the box. Anyway, train of thought. But, because I made a statement about this on my social media before on my view on abortion in general.
What is it?
I feel that, personally as a person, I'm against it. However, I feel also that it is not my place to tell a woman what to do with her body. What's going on inside of her. I can't say what she can decide to do.
Interesting.
So it's just how I view things. So it's like, I would hope that if I ever get someone pregnant, they don't do it. And I probably would have a big issue if they did do it, But, that's just my view on the entire situation.
I mean, I guess I feel some type of way if someone were to get an abortion and they'd be like, no, I'm getting this abortion. And then, we broke up, and then they're right around there like, I think I want this guy's kid, which is understandable. Yeah. Understandable. It probably hurt my feelings. But me, I don't care. I mean, damn, that sounds fucked up. I do care, but it's your choice. Abortions aren't cheap. But children are way more expensive.
Yeah, but I've known somebody.
There's a lot of kids out there. Do you really need to have one?
I mean, because I know somebody.
Make a new one that you kind of don't want.
I know somebody.
You're like, I want you now. But if I really had that $400,
but I feel that sometimes
wouldn't be going to Little League right now.
Sometimes it's abused.
You think abortion is abused?
Let me finish my sentence. About, for example, I was going to tell someone, for example, because they want a kid, and I'm using quotes, they want a child. However, they've had 7 abortions, but they've had them because they don't want it with that person.
Okay.
And it's like, it's a lot of abortions just because you're with somebody once or twice, whatever. And then it's like, I don't want this person, like, I don't want to be with this person. Then you find out you're pregnant.
It happens.
And it's just, like, it's just
It happens. Think about this. I mean, yeah, that's a lot of abortions. I would agree. I think that's a lot of abortions. That's closer to 10 than 5. So, but I mean, just think about it. Like, okay, we boned. It's 6 weeks later. Oh, my period is 2 weeks late. My period's weird anyway. Now I'm pregnant. Now I'm like, shit, I can't have this baby. I wasn't planning on having this baby. I thought I wasn't pregnant. I can't have this baby. I was not in any way prepared for it. Like, when I really thought about that, because I was watching a YouTube video about it, and I was like, oh, shit, that puts some, if you supposedly have 3 months, and then you don't know until you 6 weeks in, shit, that's put some fucking crunch time, huh?
Yeah, that's why
that puts some real.
That's why I really disagree
on a decision
with,
on where you're going to raise another human being.
I feel that like
that's a lot of pressure.
The length that they give you, like they're trying to give you now. I believe this is the one in Alabama. That like this is Georgia. Georgia is 6 weeks in, so it's like, for example, if a woman is assaulted, whatever, and sometimes it can throw off the entire cycle. So you might...
If you exercise not too much, if you exercise a lot, almost too much, I would say, it can throw off your cycle. So
and like, you might end up not finding out, like, because you might say, I'm late, and then you go check, whatever, and then you're 7 weeks in, and now it's too late to get an abortion, and like, it's illegal. And it's like...
Oh, yeah, now they have all those different rules on, like, if you decide to leave the state and they find out that you had an abortion in another state, you can get in trouble. Like, what the fuck? For reals?
Yeah.
Like, nah.
Yeah, so it's 99 years. Hold up, is that 99 years?
For what? You ain't gonna fucking take care of the kids when eventually raising this motherfucker that I don't want drives me in a spiral of drugs and alcohol, and then they take them away anyway. And then, wait, you want to become a criminal so they can become a slave. I get it, right, baby? My girlfriend's in the back watching.
So, I mean, like...
Yeah, I have a girlfriend. There's a person that likes me. And the things I say.
Get her back there smiling.
See, that's right. You better smile.
No, but I look at it as this. It's like, I've also read that, like, this is in Alabama. If you have a miscarriage and they believe it's your fault that you had a miscarriage, you get 50 years.
This is such a serious topic right now. I had a real bad joke right there to throw in there, but I think I'm gonna keep it and just not say it and just say that's fucked up. That's pretty fucked up.
It is. It's like,
that's fucked up.
And it's like, okay, and I had internalized it on my.
What if your womb is just not baby friendly?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They said if they believe it's your fault.
If they believe it's your fault, like what? You try to stay healthy. What? I mean, I guess if you're using drugs and alcohol, a lot. But hey, doctors say a expectant mother can have a bottle of wine every night.
Glass of wine?
I thought it was a vibe.
A glass of red wine?
No wonder that baby's eyes too close.
Stupid.
Oh, man.
That was... Wow. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway,
baby.
But that killed my train of thought. So I put on Facebook and said it's okay. You get raped, then you're forced to keep it. Then you have a miscarriage, and you're in jail for the rest of your life. And that's okay. Or you find out late because you were raped or whatever, and they threw you off, and then you have one, you get 99 years in jail.
The crazy thing is, it's crazy. The thing is just like what people are going to do, they're going to find other alternatives to get around that law or just break those laws in those states that may be more dangerous. Like, do we really want to go back to the days of motel room abortions?
If these walls could talk once.
Yeah. If these first segment with Demi Moore and her brother, her dead husband's brother. Shit. Why would I remember that so hard? I haven't remember that one so hard.
Because it was intense.
It was intense.
And wasn't
that
like,
whole movie was intense.
Yeah, because I mean, like the third one, like
with Cher.
Yeah, when she got shot.
Yeah, when she got shot.
It's like, and that's how people view it. It's like, sometimes, like in many cases, whatever, it's just not the right time. And some people do it. Do I like? Because I don't know what the time stance is now. Is it 3 months? You got to get it. I know it's still in the first trimester, right?
In Illinois, you can get one up to 5 months.
Let's see. Okay, so in my opinion,
in 2002, you could get one in Illinois at 5 months.
In my honest opinion, I feel that it should be like about 3.5 months. And I'm trying to think how many weeks that is. 4, 8. That's 12 weeks.
Mine is 9.5 months.
9.5. I mean, if
just in case you don't like what you got.
So you want to kill it? It's a straight up like,
it ain't even a person yet. It ain't even said his first word. If you can't talk to me,
yeah, but Google is a baby language.
Can somebody transcribe it? No. Baby geniuses ain't talking to us.
Yeah, but can you But that's
9.5 months.
Yeah, but a person
9.5 months.
If a person is been through handicap, they can't speak either. Helen Keller couldn't speak.
9.5 months. That way you get to decide.
Helen Keller never spoke,
well, everybody had an option. They be like, I like my baby, or you be like, this motherfucker too ornery. Take him. Y'all can take him.
Well, it's
I mean, you just
that's abortion.
What you can do is
not
just
abortion,
drop
but
them off at
adoption.
Adoption.
Yeah. But
imagine a future where it was like that. So you're like, I guess just get rid of the baby because, it's just going to make more waste eventually over, no carbon footprint is better than a carbon footprint, I guess. Anyway.
I'm sorry, y'all.
But I don't have any kids, so I may feel different.
Yeah, but he might eventually.
Yeah, but kids are expensive. If you got 2 kids and you weren't expecting the fucking third one, and you shit, I can barely scrounge up the money for an abortion, let alone having a motherfucker. Mm-hmm. Then maybe you should just not have it.
There's
I used to be like, why don't you have a bunch of kids? And people I know have been like, well, one of the reasons is because I got one and I want to give them stuff, and if I have 2, I'll have to give them both less stuff, or I won't even be able to afford to give either of them shit.
Exactly.
So I'm just gonna stay with one. Those people do family plan, better planning of these things. But
there's ways.
Why don't you just get on fucking birth control and have diet and exercise? Don't be like, oh, I don't want to do that because well, actually, that is kind of weird. you are introducing all these foreign hormones into your body that wreck all kind of havoc, right, babes? Nod yes. She nod yes. So I mean,
bringing her to the convo.
One of these, an interesting thing, a weightlifting supplement that I saw. That's like close to I think it's called a SARM. It was in a pre-trial for being a male contraceptive, which is interesting. But it also fucks with your vision, so it didn't make it too far, I think. Or maybe that's another one. But that's like, it's just, I mean, the thing is, people don't understand, and I think, or they didn't have a conversation with their mistresses. Or the, the girl they sexually assaulted in college. A lot of these politicians don't understand or don't care.
I see what you just did there. That was hilarious. That was so wrong, but that was a little slide you just put in there, talking about the Supreme Court justice. Go ahead.
I didn't say anything about the Supreme Court justice. I'm talking about people who I'd say really went through the whole thing, but there's nobody that's out here pro-abortion. There's not anybody out here being like, yeah, let's get this abortion, baby. Let's do it. It's great. I'm so glad you got I mean, maybe there's a couple weird people that are into like getting surgical procedures, and that's the one they want. But like, no, nobody's like, let's get this motherfucking abortion. I'm so excited. This is gonna help our relationship. Mm-hmm. This is gonna build it, make the bond stronger. Things are gonna be great after this. No, nobody enjoys that shit. So why doesn't the pro-life side understand it? Like, yes, people want a choice, but you understand this is a fucking hard choice to make.
And I also feel that
and it fucks with your head.
I feel that, and this is going to be really something to do with the Constitution and stuff like that. So basically, we have the separation of church and state in our Constitution. So everybody keep trying to bring in rules and justify it with what their beliefs are from the Bible, and they try to say, well, it's murder, you shouldn't do this, whatever. But we had separation from church and state. And it wasn't just built on Christian beliefs when the USA was founded, Yeah. So people constantly try to use that as a justification of everything, And it's just worrisome because most of the people who use it don't even understand what it really says in certain aspects.
I mean, it's true, but I guess you got to look about who has influence.
Yeah, but still, like for example, I spoke to somebody. I want to say 3 weeks ago, mm-hmm. And I forget how we even got on the topic, but I had picked up a KJV version of the Bible, whatever, and they said I don't like that version.
King James.
Yeah, King James version. I'm sorry. I picked up a King James version of the Bible, and they were like, they don't like that version.
It's the kind of Shakespearean one for anybody.
Yeah, but it's the first one that was put into English from the other languages, whatever, which is the closest to what it actually said, and then people, she was saying like she doesn't like that version because it's different from the new something version, New International Version. And it's like, well, the NIV takes a lot out of what KJV says, When they rework.
What the fucking what?
New International Version.
Okay.
NIV. I said that a few seconds ago.
Know.
It's just faster to say NIV instead of saying New International Version. It's just a lot more words.
I'm no longer into Abrahamic religions just because I agree with Killer Mike how can I worship in some religion where the Messiah doesn't even look like me? So I'm good on that.
I mean, hair of brass. I mean, skin of brass.
Really? Sounds like a Middle Eastern dude to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can't really tell what they look like, though, either.
What? You can't tell what people from the Middle East look like?
I mean, what he looked like. Because hair of wool. Hair of wool sounds like naps.
Sounds like a Middle Eastern guy with thick hair. Still, no.
It's perception, but okay.
I mean, but I let go of the Jesus thing years and years ago. So, I mean,
you still believe he actually existed, right? Or do you feel that...
Yeah, I believe it was like a person, probably.
Okay.
Or, when you think about it, persons. But I think you got to think, you got to really focus on who has a influence.
I mean, you're right.
Because like the Christian right has huge influence. Now I don't subscribe to anything this guy says, mostly, but he was saying, I'm talking about what's his name, Dr. Umair Johnson. He said the black church we give the black church $14 million every Sunday. So, if you can think about that, if collectively black America and some white American, blah, 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 there's other people, are giving black churches $14 million every Sunday, imagine how much white churches are getting. And then how much you can push that influence as far as policy.
Is that collectively worldwide, though?
No, that's in America.
Okay. But it's still collectively, though. So, okay.
Yeah. But 14 million? Like, we're not getting, I mean, I'm sure we're not getting as much, black churches aren't getting as much as white churches.
Yeah, I mean, I know that.
So imagine how much white churches are getting and how they push political agendas with lobbying. It's crazy.
Yeah, but, you know.
We don't want an Islamic state, but we would like a heavy Christian one. A heavy Christian one. Mm-hmm. I mean, once you start going deep enough and far back enough, they're really indistinguishable. But
I mean, there's.
I'm just, I'm just saying.
I mean, that's what I always tell everybody. It's like you hate a religion or this because of it's not yours. But if you look into it,
it's yours.
It's almost the same thing. Like in my opinion, I could be wrong, but Jewish and Muslim is like almost exactly alike.
I love when people say Muslim. But
in many ways.
Yes. Yeah. Like really similar. Like more similar than
everything else.
More similar than Christianity and
Judaism.
And Christianity and Islam, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So but we're okay with Jews.
But that's the thing about Islam. It acknowledges that connection. Other two don't really.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Christianity does. But it makes sense. I mean, it follows the timeline. But it's like, it's weird that our country is taking a step forward. It's 2 steps forward and 2 steps back. We come together.
Because opposites attract. And you know, it ain't nothing but a natural fact. I'm sorry. I know that entire song. It's my favorite Paula Abdul song.
He doesn't like cigarettes. I like to smoke.
Things in common, there just ain't one. But when we together, it ain't nothing but... Okay.
Wow. Kids were like, I fucking love any cartoon. I don't care. Where's that Paul Abdul video? I like that cat. I hope he is a cartoon.
Things in common. When going up.
Yeah, the world is very strange. I think, like, it's very weird that there's all this, like, you know, nationalism and that's happening, but it's like not. I don't want to say you're not seeing the good parts. Like, you're just not seeing, like, it's not like we're turning inward and, like, innovating and there being things like, oh, we're not dealing with other countries. We're just going to build up America. It's just like, fuck other countries. I don't know what else. Well, except for Russia. We love them.
It's getting a lot worse, too. It's like, you know.
Now, let's talk about the presidential candidates. Have you heard about Andrew Yang?
Man, who's Andrew Yang?
You don't know Andrew Yang? Universal basic income, $1,000 a month for every adult citizen. Isn't that right, baby? She shook her head, yes.
You determined to get her to speak.
He seems like he's got some progressive ideas. What about
I do like Elizabeth Warren a little bit. So we'll see how that goes. People get upset with me because I say I do like Bernie, but like,
I don't know. Like,
but I think people who don't like Bernie,
but like Bernie is like, he seems okay.
but he seems crazy.
He seems okay. He seems crazy sometimes, but he seems like that person that's going to tell you, being like, don't do it like this, do it like this, don't do it like that. And you're like, but they got the boot on my neck. Like, you trying to tell me how to react. But I know you're not a person with the boot on my neck, but you look just like the person with the boot on my neck.
Did you see the video that came out of him recently?
No.
Well, basically, when he was a mayor or got something in the city he grew up in, and it's weird too because they showed him at 40 years old, and he looks the same way he does now, like with the gray hair and everything. Like, he looked crazy back then. Anyway, he's talking to little kids, and it's like he was talking about anti-drugs, but it seems like he was like trying to score drugs the way that he was talking to them. And the little kid was like, I don't know, I'm 5.
What are we at? Where's the marijuana?
And he was talking about smoking too. So it was like, and then like it showed the video of him like riding down the street, and then he just approaches 2 kids and he just asks them about the neighborhood, as in, did you see them build this new building or whatever? Did you go down there and try to help out, whatever? And they're like, no. And it's
the fucking hood.
It was 2 kids and a girl. The girl, like, she just strode away like she was like kind of scared. And look,
I thought it was a creepy white dude.
And it was from when he was 40, so that was 40 years ago. So
fuck.
It was the 80s. Was it 80s? My math.
Late 70s.
Yeah, 79, 80.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm getting so old.
Like, wait a second. Yeah. So,
83.
But who else is in the? I met Marissa the female woman, Marissa something. Her last
Female woman.
female woman.
The female woman.
Marissa.
Is that how
Miranda.
Is that how we refer to women now? We be like the female woman, or do we? Is that how we go? Feed the female woman.
Female woman.
The female woman. Is there another kind of female? Is there another kind of woman running for president that we don't know about? Is there another kind of woman besides the female woman?
Yeah, there is. You're determined to get her to say one word or
No.
But I met her at that event I did, and she seems interesting, But in my honest opinion, the two I mentioned are my favorite two.
Who?
Elizabeth Warren and Bernie.
My girlfriend's mom doesn't like Elizabeth Warren because she looks like a school marm. Isn't that right, babe? See, you got to look kind of decent as a president. I like Elizabeth Warren partly because she looks like a school marm. Because she looks like I think we need somebody. We might need somebody in education as president. But
I might have to tell you
I don't
something.
know.
I can't say on.
I still don't know. There's so many people. Well, but we haven't talked about. Our triple whammy. Not booty. Oh, yeah. I guess he's another triple whammy. He's another triple whammy. All right. We haven't talked about Mayor Pete. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't have a lot of friends from South Bend. So I can't really say.
I mean, I do.
How it's improved.
I never asked
or anything.
them
I always
about,
just took the bus through there and was like, where is South Bend for me to even be on the bus here? Why do we even go through South Bend? Where is South Bend? I don't even know where South Bend is in Indiana. I feel bad. No, I don't.
It's middle.
Middle?
Top middle.
The top middle? Oh, that's why. Oh.
Yeah.
So I've been passing up South Bend all this time.
If you drive from Gary to Fort Wayne on the 30, you always pass the exit.
I've always passed South Bend. Oh man.
Yeah, so you always pass the exits. Just go down there.
I mean, I guess some of the people from South Bend were cool. Who was from South Bend?
He was from South Bend.
Who?
Easton.
Oh yeah, Easton. Yeah, he was a cool guy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm cool with a lot of people I know from SBI.
Dallas.
Yeah. Joshua Earl.
His name was Dallas Joshua Earl Easton. Man, what a name. He was a real cool guy, though. He was a slick guy. Rest in peace.
But yeah, like I think I've only had real beef with one person from South Bend my entire life. So the people are there from what I've seen are good people.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, he seems cool. He seems but I guess I'm getting older and I want to hear people's policies or something about like what they want to do. I mean, he is invoking a feeling, and I guess he is kind of doing the strategy, getting people excited and emotional.
See, the thing is with him is a double entendre because people can see, okay, he's gay, he's married,
he's religious,
and people like the religious part, but they hate that he's gay. They hate that he had a gay marriage, which they feel isn't.
Also,
religious.
he's a veteran,
and then people are going to push like, what did he really do? And it's like, and he's young. He's actually a baby boomer. I think he just hit the age of where you can really, like, he's young. He's our age.
He's a little bit older than you.
Yeah, so 38, 39. So,
yeah.
And it's like, and why you wait with time out, rewind. Why you guys say he's a little bit older than me, like we ain't the same age?
We aren't.
That was kind of rude. Anyway, kind of stabbed me. Anyway, but he says like he hasn't really spoke on his real policies just yet.
Maybe he got some shit for when the debates.
Huh?
Are the debates this month? Babe?
I have no idea when the debates start.
Neither do I.
Because I believe they need to start soon. Basically, because like the election is 2020. No. When's the election?
2020.
Yeah, so we got.
I can't do that.
I mean, we still got a full year and a half before it even.
But I want to know. I want to will it down. I want.
Yeah,
I want to come out here to eat some motherfuckers up.
We do have like 19 candidates running.
Because that's the thing. I don't mind. I like a lawyer being the president.
People are scared
that's
of people are scared of Harris. So.
Because she's a strong black woman? Excuse me. A strong black and Indian woman?
Yeah. I thought you were say something else when you said, wait a second.
What were you thought I was going to say? I like her. I thought
you
she'd be like, don't be fooled.
I thought you were going to say a strong black female woman.
Oh, yeah. She is a strong black female woman. And she seems very tall. And for some reason, that's cool with me.
See, and my opinion,
like, yeah, I guess if we're gonna have a female woman president, it'd be cool if she's tall.
I'm gonna tell you something that someone told me.
That I guess it fucking really matters.
I'm not gonna say his name, but I was talking to someone.
Wait, who else is running? There's a bunch of other people running.
The Cory Booker.
Oh, Cory Booker. Oh, Rosario Dawson's boyfriend. Oh yeah, I don't know. He seems cool.
I mean, like
he ain't from New Jersey. Don't he want to? He want to legalize. He wants to legalize weed federally. I mean, I think that's a good idea. It can generate a lot of tax revenue that you can use for things. But I haven't been watching everything Cory Booker is there. We watched a few things, but
I mean, I've heard him, and I feel that
I can't remember what he was talking about.
I feel that we're, yeah. This is everybody who's running. Delaney, it doesn't say their first name. So
who's that?
It just says her last name. Delaney, I know Bill O'Rourke. I know who that is.
Oh, Beto. Oh.
This thing,
it seems like he's went really gray real fast since his loss to Ted Cruz. Like, is he just gonna have if he became president, year 2, is his hair just gonna be white, or is he just gonna be bald, or he just looks tired?
This thing only says
already,
but it says now.
He's not even. He doesn't even have a political. What does he even have a political position right now?
Right now,
what are you worried about?
It shows Joe Biden
becoming president, I guess.
Joe Biden, Barry Sanders,
Uncle Joe.
This is the order that they said right now of percentage they have by help. Joe Biden, Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, Kamala Harris, then Buttigieg, then Bill O'Rourke.
Buttigieg. That's not his name.
What is it?
Buttigieg.
Buttigieg, Bill O'Rourke, and then Cory Booker, and then Cochla. I don't know who Cochla is. It doesn't say a first name on here. And
there's a couple more ladies, right?
Yeah, but I'm trying to see that.
Oh, Andrew Yang.
It says Yang, but it doesn't say they.
Yeah, Andrew Yang.
Okay, here it is. Cory Booker, Pete Buttigieg, Jillian Castro, John Delaney, Tulsa Gilbert, Kirsten. It's K-I-R. Kirsten Gillibrand, Kamala Harris, John Hickenlooper. That's a name for
I
you.
think the
Jay
thing
Inslee, Amy
about-
Kersler, Wayne Muzier, Beto. I've been saying, what have I been saying? Bill, Beto O'Rourke, Tim Ryan, and then Bernie Sanders.
I just think, I don't know.
It doesn't even say the woman who I mentioned earlier. I met.
I mean, I feel like we're
Marine
familiar
Williamson.
with some of these people. Like, we're familiar. But, like, who's going to be the best?
I meant Marine Williamson. That's what I meant.
Oh.
I meant this one right here. You can see a little small picture.
Oh, is that the one that supported conversion camps or whatever?
Well,
I can't remember.
I know she's one of the people that the black community is going to get around a little bit because of one of her stances.
What'd she say?
She's for $100 billion in reparation for slavery.
What's her name? Nah. I mean, yeah, but then at this point, can I trust the government not to F me out of my reparations or my family out of reparations or cause something to really be like, oh, you don't really get any reparations. Like, that's the thing. I feel like we're at that point now that, like, either it's like, okay, here's this reparations, but blah, 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 blah. We're going to it's got a tax on it.
And the thing is, like, I feel that at this point, because, like, we have to understand that the 13th Amendment went into effect in 1865, December 8th, 1865. That's when the 13th Amendment was ratified.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, and then it was some time before each state actually freed the slaves, with North Carolina being the last state to let them go. And Mississippi didn't even sign that dang paperwork until 2012 to actually free it on paper, which is crazy. But you got to think about, like, that's
Takes us time to get around to things.
That's 160 years ago. So no one living was actually a slave, and there's still a few grandparents who parents were slaves still around, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, those people you can tell who were actually, bloodline. Then how do you decide who all gets the money? Because it's a lot of black people in the USA,
Yeah, there's a lot of black people in the USA, but she said 100 billion.
Yeah.
Look up the population of African American population, United States.
It's probably like I don't know,
Look it up. Look it up.
But go ahead and speak on something while I do this.
I mean, I guess reparations would go to help a lot of people, especially when it starts businesses and, like, yeah,
but then,
really working in your own community. But what white man's gonna push that through?
There are 37,144,530 non-Hispanic blacks.
Okay, so
in
then let's say they have you
2010 though.
trace. Let's say you're okay. So you take out. Let's say we take out a few million of them because a few million are.
If you add in both the Hispanic and non-Hispanic, 74.5 million.
Yeah, but we're only gonna go with non-Hispanic.
So,
and then let's say you take a few Africans out of there, and then you still could get you a nice check.
Yeah, but also you got to realize. How can I say this?
How much was the population?
Oh shoot, I said 34 something. In 2010, it was 37,144,530.
Okay. You said 30 what?
That number right there.
37. Okay.
And so we also got to look at the fact that like you got people that don't even put their stuff on the census. Because I can tell you that I haven't filled out a census since high school.
If we went by this number, it's like a $2,700 check.
So 2,700.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a month of rent.
Hey, you can put a down payment on a car for your suffering, your family's suffering, for the rape of your great grandmother. You can now get a car.
But then you got to add in everybody who doesn't fill it out though.
That's true.
Because like when was the last time you filled one out?
One come around.
They come around every 8 years.
Probably last time, I think. I don't know. Actually, have I filled out one out here? I don't think so.
I literally have not filled one out since I was in high school. Because I did it for my household, and I know we didn't count 2 people that was in my household, and they are minorities. So it just makes you think how much of that 27 or whatever number I said, if you just add in like 37 mil, it's probably an extra 4 or 5 or mil people that don't even fill it out or are not counted, and that's 2010. That number that was right there. So that number has probably went up at least 10 since then. And so, I mean, I understand, and also I feel that it's kind of too late because you can't really tell anymore because so much blending.
Blending.
You know?
Blending.
I'm trying to find a good word.
So much blending. Gina, are you a blended woman? Blending. She doesn't know if she's blended. With a little bit of chocolate, little bit of vanilla, but pure sweetness. I love you, baby.
You just laughed. But to circle all this around, I just feel that like she's one of the people who believes that and things like that. So,
I mean, yeah.
I think because I know Elizabeth Warren wants it too. So
yeah, just what's that's gonna look like? I mean, getting a check and then, because the thing is, it's gonna be like, I feel like it'll be different from with other groups. It'll be like, now shut the fuck up about it. I mean, and it's like, oh, so all this like generational trauma that's happened and things that we don't even know or aware of in ourselves that we do because of things that are passed from slavery. We're just supposed to be okay and forget that now because you gave us $2,700.
Because the thing is, like, I understand that.
Thanks.
And I think they say that more so because there's no slave actually still living, you know. And like people who were in concentration camps, some of them are still alive, and then they mention it a lot, you know, saying, "Okay, we gotta, be where he is."
And what is Germany going to stop giving reparations out in 4 or 5 years? Because most of the people are going to be dead. No, I'm just saying
we gave it out.
No, I'm talking about Germany still gives reparations to Holocaust to families of Holocaust survivors. So
are they going to stop?
Are they going to stop once the person dies?
They might. I don't know.
You think so? Or will the person just get their piece of their families just get a piece of it? I mean, So, I mean, if you really think, I don't know how long. I don't know. I need other things. Reparations, I ain't had them. I mean, I'm trying to get my own money right now. So, and I don't want you to. I don't want the government to ever think it was okay.
The only thing I know that might happen is Joe might win because of who his predecessor was when he was president, because of Obama, and they think they might get the same person.
I mean, you don't think it's because old white people are afraid? Some are afraid to not vote for another old white person. That's a man.
I mean, you got Trump, who's like 80.
What you think, baby?
You have Biden, who's like in his 70s. Like he's like 3 years younger than Trump, and then Bernie is old too. So
Harris Yang, 2020.
What is Harris Yang platform?
I mean,
because like I'm not a Democrat, so it's like
who Harris Yang. I mean, I was saying Kamala Harris and Andrew Yang. Not Harris Yang isn't a person.
No,
unless they make America great, and then Harris Yang Chandler. We weren't expecting him because now we're old. And everybody else is like 20. We thought we're like, ooh, he might have Down syndrome. But he came out perfect. We're lucky. But it wasn't expecting to be raising a kid at this age again. But, hey, hopefully, we stick around for a while. And we don't have to leave too early in his life. Even though we'll be really fucking old. All right.
Okay. Go ahead and wrap this up really quick.
Was that perfect around time?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Shit.
So let me go ahead and wrap this up.
Talk
really
about
quick.
timing.
So if you want to follow us on social media, if you want to look us up, we're Burbank Misfits on Facebook, on Twitter, and we are the Burbank Misfits on Instagram. If you want to follow CW directly, it is just _genetics.
Nope. It is not. It is Christopher _Willie _J.
Since when?
It's been about a week or a few days.
Okay, you got to update me on that.
I thought you look at my Instagram.
No.
Okay.
Then and also CC Fitness. That's right.
Yeah, that's still CC
Fitness LA on
you got that right, babe.
Instagram, Facebook, and on the Twitter.
The Twitter.
And
the Twitter.
You follow me directly, Rawstarr on Instagram and on Twitter. And you can visit our website, burbankmisfits.com, or visit ccfitnessla.com to get your workout on.
Check it out. Get that workout out.
We will see you next
right for the summer, baby.
We will tune in next week.
Tune in next week.
Listen to the next episode of The Misfit Effect.
The Misfit Effect.